Hey guys, welcome to the second session of our short game clinic. Today we're going to be going over pitching, something around like 25 to 30 yard shots, where I like to use a little bit lower lofted clubs to get it on the ground faster and roll out to the green. I brought a training aid with me that prevents wrist hinge. I'm sure some of you kind of flop at it and bend the wrist the opposite direction. Normally not the best way to chip and pitch, so we're going to go over that today. Josh, when you like to pitch, say from this distance here, so the pin's about 25 yards away, we got about 10, 12 yards to the green. What would you like to use?
I usually use my 60, but I come up short a lot.
Okay, so then maybe a lower lofted club might work better for you.
Okay.
What about you, Taylor?
I usually use a 56.
Okay.
Try to get it up there.
All right.
I like a 50.
Yeah. And Zach?
I have a 60 right now.
Okay.
I just grab one.
You feel comfortable with 60 normally?
Sure.
All right. Well, I've got a 48 degree here, pitching wedge. This kind of swing is going to be what I like to call a hinge and hold. So when I take it back, to, you know, like a similar distance of how we want to hit the ball, hinge the wrists, hold the wrists. So they're not, sorry, Zach, can you see that? Hinge the wrists, hold the wrist. You know who's really good at this is actually Phil Mixon. I don't know if you guys watch golf, but Phil Mixon preaches the hinge and hold. Hinge, hold. If you're going to take this shot, hinge, and go like this, a lot of things can start happening. So I hit it fat, hit it thin, get it up in the air, maybe even chin it, double hit it. So I'm just going to quickly show you what I mean by the hinge and hold. So for this, like I said, we about maybe 10 yards to the green, get it on the green first and let it roll, possibly even short of the green. 48 degree wedge, hinge and hold. Send it in low, run it up. This is the training aid I brought with me. No specific name for it, just something that's going to allow you from not bending your wrists. So when I take it back, I've got the hinge. If I'm going to follow through and break my wrists, it's going to hit me every single time. So this allows you to hinge and hold because it still have room for my body that's not going to hit me.
So do you have to turn your upper body then?
In a way.
On the downswing?
I mean, yes. Because if you don't, it's going to hit you every time. My shoulders are coming through like you normally would on a full swing. The shoulders will come through and allow you to get out of the way. Because if you don't and flip at it with no shoulder turn, I'm hitting myself. Quickly show you one of these.
I don't want to get hit.
Let's hinge and hold. Hinge and hold. Did not hit myself.
Now, can you use that on the course?
No.
First off, how did you make that?
First of all, took an old driver shaft I had, cut a hole in the top of the grip, shoved it in as far as I could to a decent length that I thought wouldn't be too much or too little to hit my side when coming through. Josh, you think you want to give this a try?
We'll have Taylor do it. I'm
All right,
left-handed,
Taylor.
so that might be hard for me.
Sounds good. I actually have a left-handed one. I forgot to bring it. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
All right.
Use
So
one
how
of
do
your
I
balls
hold
there.
this? Just like this? Yeah?
Actually, show me a practice swing real quick.
You want me to hinge
Hinge.
and hold?
See how you hit yourself?
Yeah. Don't do that.
Don't do that. So it's a turn through. It's the hinge.
And turn my shoulders.
Yep. Turn through and keep that hinge. That's the idea. That
Hit a little hard.
might go in. That's all right. Try again.
All right.
Hinge. Hold. You're releasing a little bit, which is allowing for that club to come back and hit you.
Okay.
Go ahead and take it up to here. Hinge. Now that hinge that you feel, that you made with this wrist, stays through here, and then you turn your shoulders, allowing for room in between the aid.
Okay.
Just like so. Don't feel better, more compact?
Yeah, I didn't hit myself.
Yeah, exactly. Brian, you want to give it a go?
Sure.
Sure. All right. Let me see a practice swing. Hinge. Hit yourself, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Hinge. Turn your shoulders through. That's the idea. Just keep that hinge. When I mean hinge, I mean wrist bend, wrist cock. That's the idea.
All right. Let's give her a whack.
Try again. Good idea. A little long. Distance needs to be worked on, but that's okay. Zach, why don't you give it a try? Why don't you show me a practice swing? That's the idea. I like that idea.
I mean, I'm pretty good at chipping.
Okay. I mean, you turn
I mean,
through it
every
nicely.
now and then I get a little hosily.
Okay. You might be staying too close to the ball, but it's okay. Maybe even come across yourself, but that's all right. We'll talk about that later in a different lesson.
My bad.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my bad.
The training aid is supposed
sorry.
to help.
I'm sorry.
Woo! Let's not kill the
Sorry,
teacher here, Zach.
I got scared that I was gonna like hit this thing, so I kind of like lunged at
Understandable.
it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't even feel
My
it
bad.
at first.
No, it's okay. Nicely done. You guys see how he turned through that? Didn't
Yeah.
allow his wrist to flop through on the other side.
I actually like turned my hips this time because that first one like I
Kind of
I
stayed
kind
behind.
of made sure I did one of these.
Uh-huh. All right, now that we've all had a chance to use the training aid, what club do you have with you, Josh?
I have my 56.
Okay, that's better than using a 60, that's for sure.
Okay.
So why don't you try the same shot with the hinge and hold method that I've been showing.
Okay. So
I know you didn't get a chance to use the training aid, but I have
I
faith
kind of
in
got
your
the idea of it.
ability.
So you hinge, and hold through.
Exactly, just like so.
Okay.
Looks like Phil Mixon, doesn't it? Nicely done. That's the idea. One more.
Like that.
One more. Yeah. I like it. Taylor?
So now, like a shot like this, would you recommend using like a lower lofted
Yes.
or like a higher lofted to fly it all the way there?
Personally, I would recommend using a lower lofted club to get the ground on the ball as soon as possible, roll it out, especially with the undulation in the green closer towards the pin.
Is there a reason the pros use like 56, 60 around the green for shots like this rather than a pitching wedge?
They have more touch. They have more feel in their hands, and they practice a lot more than we do.
They practice more than
They
us.
have the hinge and hold with a 60 degree, whereas we have a hinge and hold with a pitching wedge.
Okay.
Well, soft.
Their room for error when the ball is in the air is slightly less than ours. That was good, Taylor. Thank you. That's the idea. Not too big now, because I want to keep it on the green. You notice how you kind of released through, meaning your wrist kind of weakened as it went through the impact position? Hold that, yeah, there you go, just like that. That was better. One more. I like it. Zach, finally, let's see what you got, bud.
So now, like, because what was that wedge that you had over there? Is that like a pitching wedge?
That was a 9-iron.
9-iron. Okay, so do I have to take a bigger swing since I got 60 now?
You do have a 60? Why don't you use my 48 instead?
Can I try the 60 first
Sure.
and see the difference?
Actually, no, try the 48 first. Try the 48 first.
48.
Yeah, let's try that. Don't hit me this time. Please. Nicely done. Looks like it worked out all right. You can probably make that putt.
I try this one. So this one's gonna go higher.
It's going to go higher, land softer, not roll out as far.
So I have to take
backswing,
I have to take a bigger,
the backswing might have to be a little longer.
like right here.
That looks all right. Why don't you
And
try
just-
that? The hinge and hold might still work. A little drastic
bad.
on the turn.
I got
A
it
little
quick.
drastic on the turn.
I don't think I held that one pretty good.
Nope. Let's try that again. One more time.
You're right. You gotta hit that one a lot harder.
A lot harder. That didn't go very far, did it?
No.
Will? Here, why don't you try this 48 one more time. The shoulder turn on the downswing and on the way through Doesn't have to be so drastic. Hinge and hold. That's the idea. Much better. Rolls out past your 60-degree wedge, past your second 60-degree wedge, to a makeable distance of the putt.
Makes sense.
There you are.
Oh, thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that concludes our second short game quick clinic on hinging and holding for pitching. Anybody have any questions?
I like that tool that you showed us.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty easy to make. Take an old club and stick a shaft in the end. You're good to go.
Now, would you recommend like any of our older clubs just a little
I wouldn't necessarily
pop?
say break them, but
I got a couple that are just I'm over with.
okay. Breaking clubs, you can do on your own time.
Okay.
What
Can you guys just take the shaft out then?
Sure.
Make it better?
Once you can make that happen. We'll talk after. All right. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, guys.